All right, fellow XRP holders, how you doing today? Got a really good video here for you. This is how XRP is really going to go up. And I think that there is frustration in the XRP army and the XRP community as to why it's not going up 10, 20% in a given day. People are getting I don't know. They're frustrated, right? You can see today we're up 5%. The overall market is moving up nicely. But I really wanted to give you some context here because there's a great piece of content post over on X that I'm going to share with you that really breaks down how XRP is really going to move up in price and how the value, the profit you have in XRP will move up accordingly. And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. So let's jump into this. If you're on YouTube, please give me a like and a follow. I greatly appreciate it. If you're on X, please give me a follow here as well. All right, so here it is. So this post is from All Things XRP. Have to give them 100% credit because I think that this is really very, very valid. Frustration is rising because too many people are waiting for one big moment to send XRP flying. I think that really is the consensus. I think people are waiting for this one big thing, right? And that's really not how it's going to play out. It will not be one thing. It will be the culmination of many. Think of it as bricks being stacked, one brick on top of the other to ultimately create this massive wall of bricks that helps us, all be higher from a wall standpoint. But you get my analogy. That wasn't a very good metaphor, but you know where I was going with that. Okay. So it'll be many. So look, we need regulations passed, right? Which we are starting to see. We need a turning of the tide at the SEC. We all know that Gensler's gone, the Biden administration, who I think we're trying to put XRP and crypto into extinction, all that's gone, et cetera. Again, not a political statement there. It's just a matter of fact. The SEC case officially over. We need the SEC case officially over. We know that the Judge Torres, who presided over the case, has kicked it back because the SEC and Ripple did not tick the right box as far as what they were trying to achieve with their both mutually agreed upon resolution end of the case. So we now need the official resolution to be signed off on by the judge. Again, more Ripple partnerships announced. There was over, I think number is 1,700 non-disclosures that Ripple has signed in relationship to other companies. An NDA, non-disclosure agreement, an NDA is a legal document that two companies will sign once they're in talks for either an acquisition, a partnership, a big deal, closing between them, things of that nature. It's where they both agree not to disclose that they're in discussions. So Ripple partnerships announced. We need more of those. We had the Hidden Road acquisition, things of that nature. We need payment volumes rising. Okay. Again, this is all, think of it. These are all iterative things that we need to ultimately move the price up. And I'll add on top of this, I've said this in videos because I like to make sure that you guys are aware of this, is that, we have the summer, June, July. We're in June now. June, July, historically pretty slow months for crypto. Again, I'm going to add that. XRPL tokenization, ETF launches. We need the formal ETF launches. There's been some delays there. We've seen, and we're in that kind of waiting game, waiting for the XRP ETFs to launch. And ultimately, we do need U.S. government support, which I do believe we have from the standpoint of the government supporting really Ripple and their technology. But, if you look at kind of the landscape, the banks, for example, financial institutions on Wall Street that want to leverage and use Ripple's technology to move money either inside their company and or outside across international borders in that regard. They want complete clarity, legal clarity on Ripple / XRP because they can't get in any type of a gray area. Okay, so again, the SEC case officially over, I think is going to open up these partnerships where the partnerships we will see will move the needle. When Bank of America comes out and says, hey, we've officially partnered with Ripple to leverage their technology, or Citi, or any major financial institutions, that will be a massive positive movement scenario. Okay, so think of it this: each event is a drop, and then a stream, and then a flood. Momentum will build until it's unstoppable, and that's when everything changes. But until then, patience is the price for being early. You've backed the right horse. Never forget that. And again, I really agree with all things XRP and give them credit for this post, because I think this is a really great clarification of a lot of different factors that are at play and that are all part of the XRP movement as it relates to moving the price. Okay. So again, I think that this is something you need to be aware of. And I realize that on a daily basis, it can be frustrating, but understand we've got some more frustration in front of us, meaning because June, July historically are very slow. And we need all of these different things that I just shared with you to kind of be resolved and to be, achieved, right? And not all of those are going to be resolved and achieved. Not all of these things are going to happen overnight. And so again, just kind of really clarifying and wanted to kind of give this as a point of visibility, because I think patience is the price for being early. Have a plan for your XRP, just like you should have a plan for all of your crypto. And never forget that you've backed the right horse. I firmly believe that. If I look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I own both of those, and I look at XRP, XRP is the one that I think is really poised to really take that massive leap forward as we see mass adoption, as we see, Wall Street and large institutions adopting Ripple's technology, especially here in the U.S. Because remember, Ripple was, for all intents and purposes, locked out of the entire United States financial market, because those companies would not leverage and use the technology, because they were not going to open themselves up to any any possible issues with any regulatory government agency. And under the previous presidential administration, there was no way they were going to do that. They didn't want to lose anything. So you can understand that that's what the issue they were facing. Okay. So that's no longer the case. But regardless, I just wanted to again share that with you. Okay. Look, I got a great way. If you're interested, there's a link in the description below to BTCC. And the cool thing is that if you sign up and use my link below, you'll see it'll actually take you to this page right here. It'll say BTCC 10% bonus and secret bonuses. They give you a 10% bonus on anything deposit you make. So if you put in like $1,000, you get an extra $100 deposit bonus for free. They just give that to you. BTCC is an exchange that's been around for 13 years, trusted by millions. They give you 40% lower trading fees. They have spot trading, they have leverage, they have futures, everything. And I thought I would share this with you. One of the cool things about it is they have copy trading, futures copy trading. You click on that right here, it takes you in. So they have Mentor, who's delivering a 49+%. Other ones right here you can see that are doing really fantastic. And you can just basically say, I want to copy this one. Boom, you say how much you want to copy, and the system takes care of everything for you. That's what's really, really cool about this. So copy trading is a great way for you to really passively be involved in futures trading, things of that nature, because you're following along in this like Mentor here, who is using these contracts. You can see is copy trading quite a few different assets, things of that nature. So check it out. And when you get your free account with BTC, no VPN, no KYC necessary, all that kind of stuff. You just come in, you do a deposit, you come into copy trading. And even if you don't even know how to do it, they have a guide. They'll walk you through it. It's all right there. So great link in the description below. Go check it. Give it a look. All right. I'll see you. Take care.